Gary has probably helped us the most. Because we're relatively new to RDLC, his ideas, the consultant sessions that we've had with him has really helped us sort of get off the ground and provide a fresh outlook on how we should run the business. Ideas are 10 out of 10 for me. A lot of the stuff and the questions that are asked, we can really relate to. And the ideas around solving these problems really help us because they're either ideas to answers that we need now or potentially in the future, which we could certainly utilise.
Contact a lot with Ben Strickland, and we're sat next to him today. We always have a catch up and talk about Germany. He's doing some really great stuff in the German market at the moment, and he's just always a good person to bounce ideas from. They had a whole host of speakers, topics. They spoke about peak performance, they spoke about mental health and health in the workplace. These kind of events are really useful for me as a business owner, as they give me ideas to bring back to my team and also things that I can apply in my own personal life as well.
The suggestion of one of the pirate businesses, which are moving from a 5-day week to a 4-day week, which to be honest I recoiled at with every ounce of my body when I heard it. That's the reason to be in the Pirates and to be in the RDLC, to have an exchange of views and opinions. It makes you reflect, and I see great value in that, to be honest. Gary Goldsmith is a fountain of ideas. He spews them on a daily basis. I don't know where he gets his energy and his thought from, but to be able to tap into that is, it's just genius, really.
It's been literally off the scale, to be fair. It's hard to actually put it into numbers, but the cost savings from the different suppliers that we work with, the things I've actually put into my business, from the learns I've had from the various lunches, etc., just helped us to be a better and more ship-shape organisation, essentially. Every single event I go to, I pick up ideas, especially this contract one today. There's been so many different discussions and ideas and ways of working, ways of building out the contract business that I'm going to take away from today and take action on it. Even during the meeting, I'm sending emails to people within our business with different ideas, so it's great.
Yeah, some people had some good ideas about how they set up their contract business compared to ours. Someone come up with an idea of doing a workshop, so I think I'll be setting that up in the next 2 weeks. No one's trying to show off who's doing better than others. It is generally an experience thing of if they've got an idea that's worked for them, then they'll tell you. So I've taken loads of ideas from these lunches over the last nearly 2 years, and now I've got a back catalogue of notes that I can now put into place. So I think they are on the WhatsApp group every day when I go through it. There's always an idea on it. I email it to myself and then see how I can implement it into my business.
Every talk that we come away from is something new, something innovative, some new ways of thinking, new technology that's out there in recruitment. You'll have a different opinion from one person to the next to the next. And that's the great thing of this group, is everyone's got a different opinion. It's a really open forum to share it in.
RDLC's transformed our business. There isn't a single part of our operation that hasn't improved. Everything from onboarding consultants through to finance, through to operational day-to-day stuff. We simply wouldn't be as prosperous, as buoyant and a fun business to work in as if we weren't members of the RDLC. I can categorically say that.
We're looking to scale up our contracts offering fairly aggressively. Gary's been pretty instrumental in advising us and helping us get it off the ground. Today's really looked at a few tweaks to take it to the next level.
Being in such a significant group is fantastic, and I don't think it's a coincidence that since we've been members we've definitely seen our profitability grow and become a much more lean business.
The knowledge that is shared is just incredibly helpful and useful when you're running your own recruitment business. The supplier agreements and deals that the RDLC have negotiated on our behalf have saved my business money tenfold and more than covered the cost of the membership. But also it's made me much more well equipped as an MD of a recruitment business to make strategic decisions moving forward.
Training that's available, the meetups that we go to, but in terms of the actual advice that they've been able to just speak to peers, basically people that have been there, done that, people at various different stages of their kind of recruitment in terms of the business cycle. It's been sort of priceless really for us and something that, sort of looking back, we've been really grateful for getting involved with really.
DLC are really good at choosing topics that are really on point, pertinent to making your business the best it can be. So I always make a point of investing my time to come.
Did it a lot for what is essentially a few quid. The ROI has been many hundreds of times more than the entry, and it's well worth it.
What direction we can move our business forward over the next sort of 6 to 12 months.
As a relatively junior business, moving away from traditional contingency retained recruitment onto a more project-focused piece of consultancy is definitely something as a business that we can look to do. Joining the RDLC has given us a much broader vision in terms of opening our network with our peer group. The whole remit of the RDLC is to sort of help each other grow, and that's certainly something that they've done with our business.
We've been looking at doing Statement of Works for a while now. Didn't really understand the complexities of it, how to structure it, how to go about it, who potentially could use Statement of Works. So today's been really useful for that and has explained that in great detail.
See masterclass on Statement of Works. It was a brilliant day, really informative to come and get all of the inside track of how we put it together, how we sell it, how we pitch it, but then also all of the compliance aspects to it. A very practical guide through how I help transition my business from a traditional talent business focused then into more of a project solution type business. Really fantastic day all round.
It's helping us understand how we can package up our services, our products, alleviate risk, looking at IR35 in the private sector next year, and make a difference with clients' projects planning and pulling everything together from one service. I was very hesitant to start with, new business. I'd only been going about 6 months, looking at initial costs. The savings from wrong decisions that people have been there before would pay for themselves very quickly, and the trajectory afterwards is phenomenal.
Very pertinent for my particular sector and the project piece that's going on, and something I'm looking at with some clients now, so very appropriate to get a much better understanding of it, so it could be a serious solution we could put together going forward. It's the depth of information that came through. I had a basic core understanding around it, but getting the details from Stuart finite all the way through, all the product we're going to be sent afterwards, the kind of roadmaps, how to build it in, how to understand it, the advice that he will provide us afterwards has taken me from 5% to an overall understanding of probably towards 90-95 now, with then the connections now to actually take this into practice, so absolutely invaluable.
In that 365-day, 24/7 support from like-minded people who've been there, done it and done it to scale. It just gives you that support and advice to make sure that you can scale in the same place. So much cost savings, so much learning points that we've grown exponentially because of that.